Welcome, in front of me is a Motorola One Action, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that you can do on this device. So we're going to begin with the colors, which will allow you to change the temperature of the display by going into the settings under display, stop on advanced, and colors. Now, as you can see, by default it's set to saturated, but you have also boosted and natural. Now, between the boosted and saturated there is almost no difference. I can see some difference in the oranges, kind of like in the background there. It makes it look, the saturated makes it look, well, more saturated. But there is a difference between the natural and saturated, as you can see, and it is clearly visible. So select whichever one you like. For me, I prefer the natural look. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the gestures. Now by default it looks like we have these not very good Android 9 gestures. So that's kind of what Android implemented, I think, in the Android 9 version. And they weren't the best, to be honest. But luckily Motorola did make a better version of it, so we can go into the Moto app right here, tap on the three bars and go to Moto Actions, where you will find the one button navigation. Turn it on, and there we go. So at this point it's kind of sad that it still keeps the button there, even though it's more minimalistic than what we used to have. But the way it works is you swipe it to the sides, as you can see, to switch between apps, swipe up to go to recent, and press it to basically go home. And I believe you swipe it, where is it? Trying to figure out actually how to go back. So you go back by basically sliding to the left. Okay, so moving on to the next one, it's going to be the something that they called attentive display. Basically what it means is uses the front camera to use it to scan your face and see if you're looking at the device itself. Now if we open up again the Moto app and go into the Moto display, you will find it right here, attentive display. So keep the screen on while you're looking at it. Now, as you can see, we need to allow the video recording. That is, it's precisely asking for access to the camera so it can actually use it. And there we go, how it works. The image will appear, circle below. Okay, I didn't manage to finish reading it, but I guess that's fine. It did something. So basically, as you can see, when you keep the phone close to your face and you're looking at it, it will keep the display on, even though, for instance, you could have it set to 5-second sleep time. And the moment you put it down, it will then realize that it's not being looked at, so it will then put itself to sleep. So this is a nice option here. Then moving on to the next option, which is just a simple split screen. Now this is probably best used for it would be with YouTube. So I'm gonna launch YouTube as the first app, go to recent, and then tap on the icon right here, and you'll have split screen. And this will always open up the first app and the top right there. From here you can choose ones that are already open, or click on the home button and just navigate through your home button or home screen right here. And you can open up other apps from here as well. And with this you can basically listen to music, watch some videos on YouTube without actually having to stay on there. Now for some reason I cannot minimize this, so it's limited in the idea of being divided strictly halfway. Normally you could slide it up and make it smaller, but it looks like that's not the case here. But basically you can use your Google browser, browse for things while videos will be playing in here. And even if you go home, this will continue to play videos without actually pausing it, as you would normally have a problem with it. It will pause the video when you actually lock the device, so keep that in mind. But as long as the device is on and the app is somewhere open like it is right here, it will keep on playing music, videos, whatever it is. Now to get rid of it, just slide it up or down. And moving on to the last option is just a simple dark mode, which let's see if we can enable it from the notification panel. That's a night light, so that's not it. Let's go into the settings, display, and dark theme. There we go. And boom, there we go. So as you can see, that's basically the dark mode. And it also extends to different apps, as you can see. So a bunch of the pre-installed apps will be supported by this, but apps that you, for instance, download from Play Store, probably majority of times won't be supported, so just keep that in mind. Now we'll also add that apps downloaded from Play Store nowadays, most of them, if they have the option to, or the use for it, they will include in the settings the dark mode, which you can enable by going to the settings of the app, but that is not always the case. But this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.